Hi everybody and welcome to my kitchen. It's me, Manny from Manny's Made at Home, and in my channel I love to share with you some simple or sometimes over the top but absolutely delicious recipes that you can share with your friends and family. It's almost time for my most favorite made up holiday of the year, Valentine's Day. So I'm going to show you how to make a delicious Tuscan chicken of love. Let's look at the ingredients that we're going to need. This dish comes together very quickly and most of my ingredients are already prepped, but I do want to show you how to prep a few. We'll start with the tomatoes. I've got some cherry tomatoes here, and all I'm going to do is halve them. And then just for different flavors of tomatoes and different textures, I'm going to cut some mid-sized fine tomatoes as well. These ones I'm going to quarter. And I also have some sun-dried tomatoes. These are very strong in flavors, so we're going to cut them nice and thin so they get dispersed around our sauce. If you really wanted to, you could also blend these up and make a paste out of them, and then they will also help to thicken up your sauce. I'm also going to be using tomato paste for the recipe, both for thickness and color. Next, I need to get working on my chicken, so first I need to flatten it down a little bit. I've got some parchment paper here. I'm just going to lay my chicken on top, cover them up, and using a meat mallet hammer, I'm gonna bash them in until they're even in thickness. And the reason why we do this is so that when we go to fry our chicken, it cooks evenly as well, and we can cook it right through the center without having to wait too long or put this in the oven. This is great for releasing stress. So now these are nice and flat, and next I'm gonna prepare a spice mix to go all over our chicken. Okay, to flavor our chicken, we're gonna go in first with some sweet paprika. I've got some oregano and salt and a few cracks of pepper. Mix that all really well, and then I'm gonna put this all over my chicken on both sides. And I like to pat it in as well, just to make sure that it actually sticks to the chicken. And once flavored, we're gonna cover them in flour as well. This will ensure a nice crispy outside. And I prefer to season my chicken first before putting on the flour, rather than mixing all the condiments or the spices in the flour, because I feel that this way you get more flavor on the chicken itself. Okay, now with everything prepped, we can start cooking. Got my pan on a medium heat, so I'm gonna go in with some olive oil. And I'm gonna go in with my chicken. And I'm keeping the heat kind of low because I want a bit of a crispy outside, but I want to make sure this is being cooked through the center as well. Don't be afraid to keep flipping the chicken because we want nice color on both sides. And again, we want to cook through right to the center. So once your chicken is done, you can put it to the side and we can start to make our sauce. We have beautiful flavor in our pan, so let's get that back and make sure we incorporate it to our sauce. First of all, I'm going to go on with my onions, which I chopped roughly. Once my onions start to soften a little bit, I can go in with the garlic. You can give that a stir around. And now I'm going to make a bit of a roux, so I'm going to go with some butter, and then add in the same amount of flour. And stir it around to cook away the raw flavor of the flour. Next, I'm going to add some of the spices that we coated our chicken with to kind of build on that flavor again. So I've got my oregano and sweet paprika. Now I'm going to go in with some tomato paste, my sun-dried tomatoes. Right now it's probably looking a little bit dry, but don't you worry, the liquid is coming. It's going to be the most creamy and delicious sauce. Now I'm going to go in with my fresh tomatoes. This is going to release a lot of the juices as well into the sauce. I'm going to put the lid on and leave it for about 3 minutes, and then we'll continue with the ingredients. Okay, my tomatoes are starting to break down, which is exactly what I wanted. The juices are going to be released. And now we can go in with some of our liquids. So first of all, I've got some white wine here, and I'm going to cook that until the alcohol evaporates. Already you can see we were building that roux or that paste. Immediately it's so thick and it smells delicious. Next, I go in with my chicken stock. Next, I've got some heavy cream going in. This is gonna make it so velvety and luscious. Look at that. And this is why I use so many tomatoes and tomato paste, because I like my sauce to be a nice reddish color. Now it's a good time to add our Parmesan cheese as well. I wanna let my sauce come up to a bit of a simmer, and then I'm gonna add in my spinach. It may seem like a lot of spinach to start out, but this is gonna boil down to nothing. And once all my spinach is in the sauce, I can add the chicken back on, let it cook on a low simmer for about 5 minutes to bring the chicken back up to temperature, and then we're ready to eat. Don't forget the chicken juices. Our dish is pretty much done. It looks so beautiful, you can just bring it to the table as it is. But for a bit of garnish, I have some chopped parsley which I'm going to put on top. Okay, we're gonna plate up. You can serve it with some potatoes, roasted vegetables, but I'm gonna have it with pasta today. I've got some of the cream and mixed it with my pasta already, and I'm gonna go in with my chicken and lay it on top, and then get all that delicious sauce. I'm so excited. Let me give this a try. It smells so good. This is so delicious. The chicken is so tender, it's so flavorful, and the sauce is so velvety and luscious. It's so comforting. It is absolutely beautiful. You can put this in front of me and I'm anybody's. This recipe is so beautiful. It totally looks the part and it doesn't disappoint in flavor. This is perfect for a date night. If you enjoyed the recipe, make sure you give me a big like and let me know your thoughts down below. Share with all of your friends and don't forget to subscribe. I've got amazing content just like this coming up. While you're here, why don't you check out these other 2 videos? I know you're gonna love them. If you tried this dish or any of my other recipes and you want to post them on Instagram, don't forget to tag me. I love to see what you guys come up with. With that, I'll leave you for this video and enjoy. Happy Valentine's Day!